Testing, 1, 2, 3. Good. Testing, 1, 2, 3.
Hello, Adjust the Mic family. This is Charlie.
And Scott.
Hey, just because we act like children, it doesn't mean that children should be listening.
F words and B words, C words, we say them all.
Oh my. Everything we say, we don't know what we're talking about, and we're clueless.
Chris knows a lot.
I mean, of science. Yeah, and thank you for downloading and subscribing to the Adjust the Mic podcast.
Why are you calling my girlfriend in the middle of the night?
I don't call no girls in the middle of the night. You got the wrong number.
Boy, you tell me who you are.
So, are you just going to ask me questions and I can answer it and then we'll go from there? And you can edit out anything that makes me look stupid, or if I say something really messed up that needs to be gone.
You like the FooFighters?
No.
Episode number 143.
143. I love you.
Part 2 of Adjust the Mic. To my right, the host with the most, Mr. Scott Geyser.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Hey, what's up, Positive Polly? To my left, the craft beer queen, Miss Colleen.
How are you now?
Hey. And down yonder, tonight we're going to do Viking Metal Chris.
Dun, 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 dun. And then with us, as always, is Mr. Charles Lord.
Hey, buddy.
Charles in charge.
Oh.
I like the Charles Lord.
Yeah, it's very...
Charles Lord is very dignified.
It's regal.
Regal.
Yeah. So what's up, guys?
Oh, nothing.
What do you want to get into?
So we're about 10 minutes into this, and we're restarting it, right?
Yeah, I fixed it.
And I got a dog out there just nonstop barking.
Ugh.
Yeah, we started out strong and we're going, and then noticed that the old machine wasn't recording, so we're starting over
Charlie's
again.
handwriting is beautiful.
It's immaculate.
Oh, yeah.
You have perfect handwriting.
That's right. That's what we did get into.
Yeah,
huh?
that's what we started with.
Well, I don't know.
And then we talked about cursive handwriting.
Yep.
Yeah, and that they do still teach that in the schools.
Does anybody
It's a
else
myth.
write in cursive handwriting?
My
though?
grandma still does.
Oh, but that's an
Like,
old school thing, though.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
she handwrites letters out and stuff, and it's like, I'm so glad I can read this, but
And I bet her handwriting is fucking perfect,
it's
too.
beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, Ava fell in love with it. When she found it and started learning it, she would just practice it all the time.
Really?
Yeah, she loved it. So some kids, still grab onto that.
Right?
But
Have you ever checked the gender of your hands?
I don't know.
What?
I
They're
don't know.
female with the way your handwriting is.
Well, those
Oh
are
my
not
God.
female
Well,
hands, sir.
But no,
Look at this. Look
the
at
way
these.
they write
Get a
is,
look at these,
the
buddy.
way they write is you might have lobster claw man hands from Seinfeld. Who knows?
Ava says they're
But-
Shrek hands.
A woman does the writing for you.
Hey, they can be man hands, but a little soft.
I know. I'm giving you that compliment.
Hey,
man.
just
you have
because
amazing handwriting.
They identify as women doesn't,
I was
Yeah.
just telling
Hey,
that story
talk
too.
trash.
Just because I rock don't mean I'm made of stone, buddy. Jesus Christ. So what's going on? We got the Molly Ringwalds is coming up,
Yeah, we're all going to that.
which is a 80s cover band. And
August 6th.
August 6th. It's Friday?
That's a
Saturday.
Saturday.
Saturday, Colleen's birthday.
Yes. Just
It's going
happened
to
to be
be
on that
48
day.
years old. Happy birthday,
Are you
Colleen.
40? 41?
No, I'm going to be 42.
42.
You guys threw me that surprise party for my 40th.
Yeah.
That's true.
The wonderful COVID party.
Mm-hmm. I've been to a few of those. But, yeah.
That was an epic party.
Do we know what we're going to be wearing?
Yeah, what are we wearing for this this event?
Chris, you're not going to do a whole 80s metal thing?
I was thinking about that. I could probably go as like Master of Puppets James Hetfield.
Because,
Probably pull it
I
off.
did your 4th of July outfit, bro.
Bro, that was
Was,
all Walmart.
oh,
How did you first hear about this band that you decided to get us to go to?
I saw a picture of them.
Okay.
And if you look at them, they're like one's dressed up as a member of Devo. One looks like Dee Snider. One looks
Yeah.
like Freddie Mercury.
Yep.
And I was like, well, look at here. Look at these corny bitches. So I jumped on YouTube and watched a video.
They're doing the Fandango.
I was
Yeah.
watching the video and I was like, oh shit. They're like, but they're good.
Cool.
And then I went and saw them and they like exceeded my expectations.
Oh, so you've seen these guys before?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Okay.
They're fucking great.
Jared said that they were even at work today. I brought it up, and Jared was like, "Oh, they're really good."
Yeah, no, they're good.
Yeah.
You know how many national touring bands that are just cover bands.
But I know playing covers and touring nationally like that is really rare.
Yeah.
You got to be fucking awesome to pull that off.
The only one I could think of is like Badfish, tribute to Sublime.
Yeah.
That I don't
What
know.
was the band Hot Pink that used to perform all the time?
Those guys.
Oh, they're
yeah.
they're
My
fucking
friend
great.
Jonathan plays the drums and like
That
they
lead
broke
singer,
up, right? And did they get back together?
I don't
Like-
think they're still playing anymore because they were huge. Like when they came into town
Yeah.
and played at the pier, like I tried to go one time, but the parking was all like
Yes.
it was all full up,
insane.
all the way down the road, almost to the bridge to get down. Like fuck this, I'm not gonna, no way. And yeah, talking to the bartenders the next day, they made like $700 or $800, but it was like nonstop from the for like 4 or 5 hours. It's too many people.
But that lead singer, what did they? Under Pressure. They covered Under Pressure by Queen David Bowie.
Badfish?
No,
the Molly Ringwalds.
no.
Hot Pink.
Hot Pink.
okay.
That fucking singer is amazing. Like if you're gonna do Freddie Mercury and David Bowie,
Yeah.
like you better bring it. He
You better,
fucking
yeah.
brought it. He
No
was
shit.
Yeah, he's good, man. They were a good band.
There's a lot of city, like up in Louisville, a lot of the bar scene, they all get live music come on. They all have a little stage and they got some little local bands. And it's mostly cover music. You don't got a lot of people doing original stuff in some
Yeah.
of these cities
No.
like that. It's kind of like Orlando's a hot spot. You got the West Coast, you got the Northeast.
I like if somebody
know,
salt and peppers
St.
it.
Louis.
Like
Yeah.
throw the covers out there, and then throw me,
And
a,
then
little, throw me a little original.
Agreed.
Sneak it on in,
Agreed.
and then come back with a strong cover, maybe some Foreigner.
Exactly.
Get me comfortable again.
Yeah.
Get me comfortable, maybe some Prince, some Foreigner.
Yeah.
And throw an original out.
You know
There
what
you
though?
go.
I was in the Chucks for a couple years, and we got almost Hot Pink level big around here,
Yeah.
and we actually became like a victim of our own success
think
because we were
it's
playing so goddamn much.
You guys every weekend.
Dude, it was we had to like this is when Rose and I had like first started dating. That's my ex, and then we were married for the last like 6 months of it, and we would work 40 hours a week, and then we would play a Friday night, set up and play, and then go home on a Friday night, and a Saturday we'd have half a day Saturday because you have to take a nap because you're staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and then you play all night Saturday night, and you have to break all this shit down. And this could be in Daytona, this could be in Melbourne or Orlando, and so you would basically lose an entire weekend, right?
Wow.
And it got to the point that doing every weekend, it was just we were fucking burnt out, ears ringing. Like the money was really good because we had negotiated a ton of money at that point per gig, but it just wasn't fucking worth it when you have literally no time off to rest. Like usually your weekends you rest, but
And you're not having fun anymore. It becomes a job.
it wasn't
and it's
fun.
yeah,
it was
fuck
it was a
that,
job. But that's why I see like when bands like Hot Pink when they stop or break up at their peak, it's because they're just fucking burnt out.
Yeah,
Like-
and where do you go from there?
No, you
Like
you
where
can't.
do you like?
Because you're gonna reach a level that like okay, we're making a ton of money now, but the bars aren't gonna pay us anymore.
Yeah,
So you're gonna plateau at a payment rate, and then
Yeah.
you're just stuck there with the same 5 venues
yeah.
every fucking weekend, rinse and repeat, and it's just the same music, and it just
It's so funny.
gets old.
It reminds me of on one fucking FooFighters, the documentary Pat Smear, because
Oh,
he had been in
God.
the Germs and everything else, and
Yeah.
been playing music, and then Nirvana, and then the FooFighters, and Dave Grohl with the FooFighters. He was like, "We're gonna go out and tour, like tour." Pat's like, it just comes a point where you're like, I don't want to do another 1,000-leg tour of blah blah blah, And he's like, I just want to fucking sleep and go home. And it's like, have a life. And you never think about these bands like you want to see them play so bad. It's like add another show, but it's like, fuck,
Oh, it's a
man, they've
lot.
been playing like
It's a
every
lot, man.
2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
And that's traveling to these things, and it's like, oh my god.
You listen like even like comics, that Fighter and the Kid with Brandon Schaub and Brian Callen and them.
Oh, yeah.
Their fucking tour schedule, like they fly out. So they're based in LA. So they'll fly to Denver one weekend. They'll fly to Orlando the next weekend. They'll
Yeah.
fly to fucking Indianapolis. And dude, it's fucking, these guys got kids and fucking so much, man.
Well, I mean, even look at like super big bands like Metallica when they toured for the Black Album in the early '90s. Those
Yeah.
guys were on the road for two goddamn
2
years.
years, yeah.
Like, could you imagine?
And you hit a certain level, like you just take your family with you. Like
At
the
some
Foo
point,
Fighters, you
Yeah.
just take everybody with you.
yeah.
Like, and is that something like if you're comparing, if you're saying the same kind of money that you make now, but you got to go do that as a
No,
career,
absolutely.
or
not.
doing your regular job that you do now, you'd want to do that, right?
I'd want to do my job.
But making the money that they make, it's worth doing it, so you want to go do it.
I mean, a job is a job. You get
Yeah.
used to the income at a certain
Yeah.
point. and
Yeah,
then it just
I
becomes a
agree
job again.
wholeheartedly. I couldn't agree more.
There's something about coming home.
Yeah.
And that's why I took certain steps in my career. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to watch my daughter do everything. I'm going to watch my son do everything.
Yeah,
and
there's a
it's-
balance.
There's
man.
just more important things in fucking
Yeah.
life.
That's right.
And I got told that years ago.
I mean,
Yeah.
I got kind of a taste of it when I was going to California a lot
Ugh.
years and years ago. And at one point, we went to California like 5 times in a year. And you just get to the point where it's like, I'm just fucking done with this shit. So because you'd be gone for 11 to 20 to 30 days sometimes.
Jeez.
For like 4 or 5 times a year. And it just gets to the point where I don't want to go. I don't want to sit on an airplane for 5 hours. I don't want to live in a hotel for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I just, that was probably part of what broke up my relationship with my ex. I mean, there's a lot more, but I'm sure that played a role in it. Was just
Yeah.
being gone for so long.
Yeah.
And so often.
And think about truck drivers that do this
No,
long
absolutely
haul,
not.
Yeah, I know.
gone for weeks at
Sleeping
a time.
in the truck.
Yeah, I know.
Sleeping in a truck at truck stop.
I know,
mean,
man.
It's a life, man.
It's a tough
And
life.
It's a tough life, man.
It takes
It really
a certain
is.
type of person to do that
It
shit.
really does.
And you see now, like, you'll see couples will do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
husband and wife
Husband and
go
wives
up
do
and
it and
they
shit.
call it a team.
Yeah.
And what happens
that's
is it helps like see with the DOT and all the regulations.
Yeah,
and
you can only drive so many
you
hours.
can-
and
exactly.
Yeah.
But when you have a second person with a CDL in the truck, you guys can just trade off and drive.
And
You know
go.
what
Wow.
normally would take you 6 or 7, 5 to 6 days will take you 2.5 days.
Yeah.
Damn, yeah.
So like produce like out of California and like when like right now cherries and blueberries are real hot right now up in Washington, and they're about to start hitting in BC. So you want teams, you want 2 drivers in those trucks, and you don't get 2 American dudes, white dudes that don't know each other like in a truck together
Whoa, racist.
to team. I know, but I'm being very honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
What if
you
you
have a
said
lot of
different
you
race?
have a lot of foreign people that come in, dude. They're here for the job and they're sending
Make
money to
that
their
fucking
families,
money.
and they're
Yeah.
here for the work.
Yeah.
So these guys they want to pick up, deliver in 2 days, pick up back in Florida, go in 2 days, and they want to do that for 2 or 3 months and just live in that truck, and then they go home to their family for 2 or 3 months,
Man, I bet
and then they
couples
come
can
back.
make
They'll
so
fly
much
back
money.
over. I
Oh,
mean, it's
yeah.
a great thing.
Make a ton of
And
money.
it's something that's is not understood and respected enough, and it's a lot of like the really like in California they have very strong Punjabi families, and they have big festivals out there. They have a huge trucking base, and these guys they all are a huge, awesome network out there, and they all work together. They all know the
Yeah.
rates.
How much do they make?
I mean,
Like,
it's
like
it's
if
all
if
negotiable.
a husband and wife were like doing this, like,
You can do really well for yourself, especially in
You, like-
today's rates. You have the fuels and regulations and stuff are hurting. And like 2 years ago, it was terrible where you could make money. But what happened is all this inflation that's happened with the used trucks and used cars. The rates are so high now for the like a normal semi truck. You might cost you $50
oh,
grand.
because you have to provide
now-
the vehicle.
Yeah,
Oh.
but now it costs you $100 grand for the same truck, even if it's used, because getting parts and chips and all that's been
Okay.
impossible. Just like the used
I
car
didn't think
market's
about
been so
that.
high. So what's happened then though is now the rates are starting to come down
Yeah.
because post pandemic, fuel's finally starting to relieve a little bit in the diesel. So the rates are coming down, and then now these truck drivers are going to be stuck with these huge payments. It's like buying a house in the wrong, in the wrong market, and then it flipping, and then now you're paying so much more than everybody else.
Yeah.
To try to compete, and it makes these truck drivers go out of business, and it's just like supply and demand cycle of either goods or. And these long haul truck drivers, like the husband and wives, that's a little bit of a coming back story for the long haul truck driver. There's more people doing that, and I have some great ones that I work with, but there's less and less people. I don't know many 25, 30 year olds that I talk to on the phone about hauling any of my freight.
Bro, there's less and less people everywhere in the job market. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, everywhere. But I mean,
And
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
fucking
everywhere.
everywhere. It's fucking bad.
Nobody wants to be a server.
It's
like, do you know the gun? Like it's insane.
Oh, going out to eat?
Look at all the
a different
videos.
generation,
Everybody's
like, the way
fighting.
they
If you don't
raise their
get you don't
kids,
get
like-
you don't get your nuggets fast enough, you're about to get your ass beat.
No, I think it's
what
I think
happened?
there's all kinds of elements involved in this. I think there's
There's a whole lot.
it's bad.
I think
really
a
is.
big part of it though is that people just don't know how to fucking behave themselves in public anymore.
That's
It's
a
like
big
you
problem.
said about with the chicken nuggets. I mean, I saw a video this week of some lady trashing like a Burger King because they didn't give her a Frosty because the machine was broken or some shit.
Oh yeah.
And she was destroying this restaurant.
But you'll see the same thing, but it's the fucking workers acting like absolute fucking assholes.
Total
Right,
the same.
You know, and
Totally.
I've seen it both. I left here like a month ago when we did a podcast here, and Teresa's out of town. I did a little sneak over to Taco Bell, and the
Yeah.
line was long as fuck in the drive-through. And I said, "Well, let me run in there and grab a chicken quesadilla,
I'm out.
go home, eat that bitch at the fucking house." This poor lady in there was, and there was like 2 young kids and this older lady that was a manager. These fucking guys were working so hard in the drive-through. Like the 3 that I saw in there, just being fucking assholes. There was like 7 people in this. Like right after I came in, a bunch of people came in,
Yeah.
and like 30% of the people were just fucking horrible. And you're sitting here watching these workers, like you're watching it, like they're busting their ass, and it's
Yeah.
like people don't give a fuck, man. They're just nasty people.
Let's
man.
be very real here. This service industry that's come along,
When
it's
keeping it
happened
real
over the
goes
last
wrong.
30 years. You know, it's just been growing and growing, and more franchises and more. Instead of there just being a McDonald's and a Burger King and a Wendy's or something and a KFC, now you got variations of all of them everywhere you go. I mean, you can drive 5 miles anywhere and there's some kind of fast food place or something that you can get really.
You know
quick
what's
to eat.
good about that though? About all this, one good thing that comes out of it. Like I'm going to pay extra money to have good service. Like that.
Yeah.
Like we were talking about going to that Vine and Olive.
Yeah.
Like I'll pay more for great service.
Yeah.
Like if when I go to the brewery, like you get fucking Kyle is everywhere.
Oh yeah.
He's fucking. He pops off the ceiling. I don't know what the
Sure.
fuck. If I'll pay more for great service.
Look at the difference. Like,
So that's one decent thing.
between hardware and bricks. Like to be honest, okay, bricks has a bunch of young kids that work there, right?
Mm-hmm.
God, poor John, bless his soul, man, for having to deal with what he has to deal with. But at hardware, I work with adults that have been doing this service thing. We know what we have to do. We're responsible. We're reliable. That's just how we were raised to be. And it's like, I look at bricks, and when I hear the excuses of like things like people will get hired and things that they expect to just be given to them, and then like how they just literally clean the bathroom. I can't because of blah, blah, blah. Well, you need to put on gloves and clean the bathroom. Well, this job isn't good for my mental health. I'm going to have to go.
Okay, so with this, yeah, I'm
No
telling-
job
it's
is
that
good
bad.
for your mental health.
Yeah,
I don't care who you are.
So many people.
Hey, I had okay.
and
I got a funny story.
Go ahead.
I got it. So this is a story that I heard that's fiction. So a worker walks up, hat backwards, and a manager, hey, you got to turn your head around. You can't have it backwards. It's awesome, and I know you're on duty. You go ahead and turn that thing around. You ain't my fucking dad.
Oh.
Well, I understand on camera, video, audio. I understand that. I know I don't claim you on my taxes, but you got to turn the head around. Like we got to be professionals. Who the fuck are you? Okay, one more. Turn the hat around or go home. I ain't turning shit around. What's your name? I ain't telling you fucking shit. So there's an ID on the breast, and it's turned around. So the manager takes his hand and turns the ID around and goes, okay. He goes, that's assault. That's assault and battery. And calls the fucking cops.
Oh my God.
The fucking cops come, and they're like, what's going on? He fucking, and then it's all on video, all audio.
Oh
This
my
is for real?
God.
This is a real fucking fictional story. The cops start laughing. Like, what, like, what are you doing? Like, where could be out there? Like, why are we here? Absolutely fucking ridiculous, man. Now that employee fictionally doesn't work at the restaurant anymore. So that's a real fucking story.
That's crazy.
That's fiction and didn't
Wow.
really happen.
Wow.
But I mean, it's just that's where the working force. Some of these people are. That's what you're dealing with, man. It's unbelievable.
Correlate it with our schools, man. Like in our public schools, there's more like.
You don't think parenting has a lot? I think parenting
exactly.
has more to do
when
with
we grew up, there was fights in school and stuff, but it wasn't a daily occurrence.
Yeah, but listen, some teachers would beat your
But now, I mean, you got more, and I know some of it's because there's more media, so we see it more. But we have more kids fighting.
Definitely
teachers.
digesting more.
We
of
have
that
we have
bullshit.
look at everything that's going on in our country. I mean, Jesus Christ, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of it is because parenting, and it goes back. Do you remember being your parents saying, these kids nowadays don't have any respect? And I used to always roll my eyes when I heard that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now that you're an adult, I hear that and I see it. And it's even with adults too. It's not just kids.
Yep.
But like us as parents to the kids that are growing up right now and seeing all the actions that are happening, I think there was a lot of.
I think it's harder for kids to communicate too, man.
There's something there's something that
communication
changed
issues.
within a generation where just like
This
everybody says we got softer and
That's
stuff,
it.
but
The
social
internet.
media,
It's social
phones,
media.
fucking
Because
but something
parents
has
feel like-
changed us.
Parents feel like now, especially like me too, like when you're out in public, you feel like you have to be more on top of your kids than like I ever remember my parents or anybody else. Like
Everybody feels their kids
dude,
going
when
to
I
get
was
stolen.
young, I
Yeah,
can't even believe the shit
And
I used to do by
we'd
myself.
be gone all day long.
Yeah,
Nobody ever thought you'd have. You literally have all the information in the world in your hand.
Yeah.
Like you can you know the fucking power that's involved. Like it's
Well, and you got to
huge.
think when you're a parent and you have a child in a household before the internet, those kids didn't get much information except if it came from a TV. That's why we're all 80s movies nerds.
I thought fucking Santa Claus was real till I was like 13.
Silas
And-
already
and
does
like-
it. He's already like, I know that's not real.
You just had to believe
but
adults.
they,
10.
but they would tell
Yeah.
me, well, listen, obviously there's no Santa, but there was a Santa Claus and he passed away. Like the 13 or 14, like I might have had my driver's permit.
Yeah.
I didn't fucking know there wasn't an internet.
Yeah, I know.
And then
Yeah.
I fucking somebody was like, I was like, yeah, bro, yeah, there was a Santa Claus, you fucking idiot. Like he just didn't put him in history books, and like 4 people were like, hey man, are you fucking like you're an idiot? And that's how you didn't. So these kids have all this information.
And so they're seeing how other people are acting, so they think it's funny or cool because
Right.
it's getting a lot of attention.
Yeah.
The things
The
that
ones that ain't raised right.
like the way our system works now is you get money for how many views something gets, no matter if it's positive or negative. You know what I mean? So, and it's so more people like negative. So it just, if you look at statistics,
Yeah.
negative is just something easy.
But there are some
And we
kids
all
out
see
there
it.
doing good shit, like that Mr. Who's
Fantastic.
that Riley? Mr.
there's
Beast. You ever
always
watch
going
that
to be a
Mr. Beast?
spectrum.
Yeah.
There's always
That
going to be
fucking
a
kid-
spectrum.
Is unbelievable, man.
Didn't he just pass away?
No, that was another one.
Yeah.
But Mr. Beast, if you can Google it,
Stella watches Mr.
that
Beast.
dude's
Yeah.
giving away millions of dollars
Because
worth of
he's
shit.
making millions of dollars
yeah,
every month
yeah.
with the ad revenue.
And he was on
Does a great
Rogan's.
job.
He was on Rogan's podcast.
Yeah.
That's why I listened to that
And
whole thing.
That's his
that
shit.
fucking kid. That's a good kid, man.
He'll
He was just a
like
kid, and he just nerded out on everything he
Yeah.
did, and then he nerded out on
gives
how
so
to make
much
it
away.
better, and
Yeah.
how to make it better. And then all before you know, he's like, money was never really the
So
thing
it's
for
like
me.
I want to be that old guy,
Mhm.
fucking browbeaten. But there's good kids out there. Man.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like
We just don't see it.
when we're talking about this, though, there's always a spectrum for everything.
Well, right.
Like the internet has done so much more good than I feel like it's done bad. If,
Well,
we're,
listen,
if we're being
Scott.
honest, it's bringing There's always going to be a rough patch of volatility with change.
only sits
everything.
deal in absolute, Scott.
Yeah.
There are good and bad with everything. It's like a spectrum.
Exactly.
But I
That's all
think
I'm
the
saying.
Yeah,
bigger part of the
Palpatine.
problem, though, is that with the rise of social media,
Yeah,
everybody
it's
has
social media.
everybody's got a fucking opinion, right? That's never changed. But what's changed now is everybody has an open platform to spew that
It's
opinion
so
out.
bad, man.
No matter how correct
Sure.
it is, how wrong it is, how warranted it is. So that's raised a generation of people where
Yeah.
there's this entitlement where I'm going to do and say whatever the fuck I want because that's how I've grown up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where you end up with people like the fake story with the guy with the badge, right? With the name tag.
Yeah.
Is it you're not my fucking dad?
Yep.
20 years ago that wouldn't have been a thing because no shit, Sherlock, you're at
What
your
did
job.
what Mike Tyson just had that quote that like the internet and social media has made it way too comfortable for people to talk and not get punched in their fucking mouth.
Yeah.
And that's a real thing.
That's the truth. Because back when we were jits, like you couldn't just mouth off whatever.
Well, you're just gonna have to fight if you talk like that. Like you're just gonna have to figure it out.
And I mean, I think there was still a lot of fights back then. There just wasn't a video recorder in every single car
right
in the world. You know what I'm saying? To where someone can just video what's happening right there. You'd hear about things, but you didn't see them all.
Yeah.
So now we're seeing so much more of it. So it's just polarizing.
And you got to give these kids, like, living in this world right now is fucking.
I'm literally thinking that right now.
Hard,
like my
man.
heart is like
It's
aching
hard.
because, like, you know, with social media for kids, like I know for girls, they see these filtered images, and then it's like, you know, when I went to school, like if I had a bad day, I got home and like I didn't have to deal with it. Nobody's calling my house. I'm not seeing whatever. But like these kids come home, they have their phone, and if people want to pick on them, they have to deal with it there too.
Yeah, it continues.
I don't
And
even
it's
know
everything. It's the lockdowns of COVID. Listen, and we won't get into this, but that recent Roe versus Wade, like I have a 13-year-old girl. I have to try to explain that to her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to it's poison. That all that content to me is like I can't control it, so it's poison to me. That's how I am. So I have to figure that out, download it, and try to tell a 13-year-old girl.
Sure,
it's shit's hard, man. Like I need help with that, and I do, but it's like that's you understand. You know, all of us have girls.
Yeah,
the conversation's been had.
Yeah,
you know,
it's tough, man.
Yeah.
So it's a tough world for the kids.
And with technology, okay, we go from like the 80s and stuff, and you got TV, the internet. You know, it comes out and it explodes. Personal telephones, getting internet.
Oh, come on, we can't hit on Nintendo.
When you can first start text messaging, you know what I mean. All these things, like really,
chat rooms.
We're the first, like we're the first Are we the first generation that has dealt with this technology?
Did your parents have AOL, or was it you that had AOL? When
I mean, I guess it was my parents that got the
but my dad was tech
disc.
savvy.
Yeah,
and I know my stepdad was tech savvy, but
it stopped. Oh, just kidding.
No, we're going.
Jesus Christ, Charlie, pest today, man.
Yeah. Sure am.
No, it's our generation really is the one that was full up
Using
raised
it.
with it, right?
Yeah.
Like our parents,
I feel like we should be talking like this. Fuck them kids.
they got AOL when they were full on adults. We were teenagers, like young teenagers, when that shit just started happening.
So
now kids these days,
but
were born into it.
And as a technology, but in technology, there's always there's an adaptation. You know, you have to really adapt to this and learn how it best suits our lives. And right now, it's just like the Wild West of it. It's like we're America at like 1883, and you're having to cross from New York to Oregon, you know, and figure it out. You know, and all the shit that's got. I feel like that's how society is right now.
Yeah.
What's that Bane
with
saying
that technology?
from Batman?
There's the parenting has to, you know, as far as controlling it. What is that quote? I don't
You
know.
adopted the darkness. I was born in it.
Right.
But it's the truth though, because you know our parents adopted technology and then we adopted it, but then our kids were fucking born in it.
They're born with tablets in their hand, being able to download apps and encrypt things.
Oh, we've all been guilty of it. You're out at a restaurant and fucking
come on here. Yeah.
Play Angry Birds. Yeah. I need to eat my fucking steak, please.
And the cool thing is kids now though in school, they're all learning coding, so they're learning all this technology and how to design this stuff and how to do this through school now, at least. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Scary.
We live in scary times. For sure.
You want to take a break?
Yes.
Playing the piano.
We're deep in the woods,
And we're back. We're back.
We're back.
Oh, that's a good one. So, before I got here, I was at Hobby Lobby for reasons I won't speak about. And I saw something on sale. It was on sale, guys. And we had talked about it last week. And I know Colleen's not a fan, but I got you guys each something. It's all the same thing. It's a real good sale, so it's not too good.
And we get to open it on the air.
Yeah.
Are we opening right now?
Yeah, opening fucking things up. It's all the same.
Oh,
Pretty cool, right?
that's cool.
Oh, nice.
Mandalorian coffee mug.
Yeah, that's nice too, right?
That's sweet,
Ooh,
man.
I like that.
Colleen, you could put
I
tomato
can eat
soup
soup.
or
I
some
was gonna
shit.
say,
Yeah.
I will totally eat soup in this.
I'm gonna drink
My
some
daughter's
coffee out
going
of
to
this
take this
tomorrow.
from me.
But it's got some
Aw.
size to it, right?
Yeah,
This
That's
is,
nice.
I feel like I'm on Friends right now in Central Perk.
Yeah.
that's great. Thank you, man.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
I'm like,
Charlie?
pretty happy about this, actually. This
Yeah.
is awesome, dude.
Cool cup, right?
Hell
Cool ass
yeah.
cup,
I was like, I got to get them.
I wanted a new coffee cup.
Did you see the dish towels that they had?
No.
So I got 2 Star Wars dish towels from Hobby Lobby. That one of them is Darth Vader's face with "We Will Rule the Kitchen Together" on it,
I don't think I'm allowed to have those anymore.
and then there was another one that was "May the Force be with you" in the kitchen. It's cheesy as fuck, but they're awesome for a
Yeah.
single guy Star Wars fan.
Just real quick before, can you tell us what you cooked this week? I think every week, whenever you make one of your dishes that you post, you
If-
need to tell
Oh,
us on
that
air
one
what it
Was
was
there
fun.
a balsamic reduction involved?
No, this was. So I've been cooking a lot of like red meat, like steak and all that,
Mm-hmm.
and I wanted to try something different. Because when I cook something, I try to do something I've never done. So I did a chicken, chicken Florentine that had a little bit of pieces from a Tuscan chicken recipe in it, and it was good. But they had the noodles I made with it was garlic bread pasta, which was fucking banging. I'd never had that before.
Garlic bread pasta.
Yeah. So basically, you take a bunch of Italian breadcrumbs, some garlic, and some butter, roast it all in a pan, cook up your pasta, and then pour that into it, and then it coats all the pasta. And it tastes just like garlic bread. The pasta was cooked well, but it was kind of crunchy because of the breadcrumbs, and it was
That sounds amazing.
banging.
Well, that's awesome.
What should I cook this week?
I don't know, man. I would go.
Do some seafood, man.
Yeah, seafood's too easy.
Yeah,
I
do
need
you
to do
see,
something that's a
see the
challenge.
rock shrimp we knocked out? So easy.
That
I did
looked
some
good.
I did some
Rock
cobia
shrimp.
this weekend.
It's
Kobe
rock
is
shrimp.
good. Hashtag selfie. No, this isn't really a selfie.
Uh,
Yeah, that rock shrimp looked good though, man. You get
so
that
easy.
from Wild Ocean.
Wild Ocean.
Yep.
Yeah. So
No.
They had those big ass sea scallops that are like that
Yeah.
big that I get from there all the time.
Yeah, we went to the beach. It was like a total Titusville Sunday. Went to Playland Beach,
Hell yeah.
hung out, got sunburnt. Fucking Wild Ocean on the way home, and went to the house and made rock shrimp.
Nice.
Very
Yeah, it was
nice.
Very
great,
nice.
man. So, it's like, what do you set your AC at? Are we at 74?
73, I think, with you guys here.
That's
When-
comfortable.
Ooh, I gotta have an even number.
It feels colder than that in here right now.
It feels great in here right
no,
now.
it feels good, but like
You
it feels cold.
tell me
better.
Tell me
finally.
about your AC story.
Well, before we get into that though, to get a baseline, Scott,
Okay.
what do you usually keep it at?
I used to usually have to go 71 or 72 with you guys here, I feel like.
It's at night.
You know?
72 at night.
72 at night.
But I've been keeping this around like 74, 75.
Okay.
And I'm normally like, I like it colder.
Yeah.
But I've been able to get it up to 74, 75, and it still feels real nice because my room's colder than everybody else's room for
Yeah.
some reason.
Yep.
Upstairs is a little, Allie's room's a little warmer. Each room has their own thing.
Yeah.
Because you got all the nice darkness.
Yeah.
Keeping it all in.
So I've been trying to, like, this past weekend I was replacing fans. I did the 2 back porch fans. Silas's room's super cold. I had to replace his light. Allie, her room's warm. I need to put a nice fan in her room.
Yeah.
So that was the plan coming into to Friday. You know, after work, I was going to start fan installing.
Nice.
I get home from work, hot as you know how hot. Everybody that lives in Florida knows how hot it is
So
right now.
Yeah.
bad.
That's the worst feeling in the world, man.
And I walked into a
It
warm
really
house.
is.
I walked into
Oh,
a warm house
I know that.
on a
Immediate
Friday
panic, right?
afternoon.
It's warm and it's humid.
On a Friday afternoon?
Friday after
Oh,
work.
shit.
And
Dude.
like I was so like good day at work. I was like so ready to get home. Lunch break was fine. There was no problem.
And you know, right off the shoot, that's going to be $100 at least starting at.
At least. So what I do is I knew outside I did hear the fan motor. I thought I heard it kind of acting up one day. But I went and checked on it, and it was looking good. So I was like, I think I'm okay. When I went out there, I tried to diagnose this myself. And I'm like, it's the fan motor. Fan motor's bad. And I did a couple tests that I looked online. And I was right.
Hang on a second. You're trying to diagnose your AC not working by yourself.
Yeah, but see, at the other house that we did the podcast in on Tom, I actually replaced the whole fan motor in that thing, and I did a lot of those jobs
Google is your
myself.
friend.
I'm a DIY. You saw me. I did my
Your
dishwasher.
You did a
didn't
great
you
job.
fix your ankle or your foot yourself?
I have not fixed that yet. He
But
just
this
keeps
is-
fixing itself for some
But
reason.
when you fixed the dishwasher, didn't you rip the door right off the front of that
well,
thing?
the one that I broke, yeah,
You
I
He-Man
did.
that
I
motherfucker
did.
off there.
I did. I was angry.
All right, sorry.
hungover.
I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, it was good. So I go out there, and I know it's the fan motor. So I go online, I type it, I find the model of my AC, but there's it's a Goodman, but it's an Armada, but it's this, and so when you go online, I want to overnight a freaking fan motor. I watched a YouTube video on my fan motor, and I'm like, this is going to be so easy. I'm totally going to just kill this, right? So overnight, the next day, I'm going to a concert with Allie to go see Dirty Heads out in Apopka.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going with her friend and Larkin and her mom and all them. And so I was going to meet them out there after I overnighted the part, get it installed, get the AC on, and ride out. So I get the motor in. It didn't get here till 4 o'clock on Saturday.
Damn.
Instead of being a 4-wire motor, it was 3 wires. So I had to come in here and go, okay, now, whoa, okay, what did I do wrong?
Oh boy.
Figure it out. I get it out there, pop it on. That fan turns right on. I walk in here, the AC, it's getting colder. I wait 30 minutes. It's already gone down a degree. It's staying on. Everything looks great. I'm like, I fucking fixed
You
this.
feel awesome,
I fixed
right?
it.
Yeah.
I fixed it.
Yes.
I fixed it. I fixed it. I'm on my way to the Dirty Heads dance. And I was on the way out, had a great time. I get back at midnight, warm house.
Oh.
I'm like, what the fuck did I do? And I go out there and I reset the breaker. Boom, cools right back down again. Starts to cool back down again. And I'm like, breaker, still fixed it. Wake up the next day, same thing. Okay, breaker breaks again. So I go out there and really look at it this time. I go out there and because it's a big process of taking the whole top of it off and redoing all the wires, and it's a lot of work. And the fan air direction was going down instead of up. So it was the heat was just dispersing on top and around, so it was getting too hot and tripping the breaker.
Did you install it upside down?
That's what I thought, is that I installed it upside down. But see, a lot of these fan motors I was researching, it's just really one wire that will change the direction that the fan goes.
The polarity, yeah.
Because you can change the polarity on a lot of these fans. Well, as I start digging and looking into that, I can't find a solution. So it's Sunday, and I find, I just call Jay's AC here in town. The dude's like, I'll be there in 20 minutes, 30 minutes tops. Comes all up in here, dude. He goes, he looks at the motor and the job, because I tie wrapped everything and I did it right. He goes, I'm a tech and I'm showing up here and I would have felt another tech did the job that you did. You wired it right. You had every wire in the right place. You did everything that right, except that you have the wrong motor.
Yeah, because you said it was a 3-wire versus the 4-wire that you were replacing,
and
right?
he said that wasn't even the problem. The way my setup is, I could have gotten away, but it's a 825 RPM motor where mine was at 1100. So mine was blowing so fast.
Oh my
That's
God.
what was tripping it. Even he goes, that it was cooling down because it was blowing so fast, and it was getting too hot, the motor itself.
Yeah.
And that's what was tripping it. So he actually, in the rain, because it started raining 10 minutes after he gets here, and he's trying to race to get it done for me, because he had the motor, he had everything he needed. I'm holding an umbrella over the dude. He's trying to rush. He steps on his glasses, that he put down, because he's in a rush. And I'm like, I feel terrible, for the guy. But dude, he's just
He had the
nailed
motor
it.
and stuff.
They fixed it
Is
completely.
this Jay's AC?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the Hurons have told me about. I gotta, cause yeah, I'm gonna
The
start my
the
phone real
Sherwood
quick.
group. The Sherwood group talked about them and gave them props. So I just kind of called them right off of there, and it was fantastic.
Well, good. Glad you got it worked out, man.
But yeah,
How much did that?
I was kind of proud of myself though. He's like, "Dude, you did a great job. You actually wired it right." And I was like, "Oh, thank God."
How much was the fan mower? Motor.
It was like $135 on Amazon, and I overnighted it.
That's not bad at all.
So
Yeah.
you
How
wanna-
much was it to get it fixed?
Like $550 for a Sunday night. It's like a
Always,
two-
it's shit. Always happens on the
yeah,
weekends, right?
yeah, dude. It was yeah.
So I go through Altman's for my AC stuff. And
They
I
do
just-
a great job too.
I had my AC replaced last year because it completely died right after 17 years of service. So I was just telling Scott about this. When they installed it, they have this VIP program where for like 5 years for $200, then all your service calls are free, all your maintenance calls are free, including weekend calls. So a couple weekends ago, one of the big ass thunderstorms came through here, and I noticed that the AC wasn't working. So the outside blower like wasn't blowing like at all. And so I called him up and like, yeah, you're on the VIP service. This is a Sunday afternoon. He's like, we'll be there in 30 minutes. Showed up in 15 minutes.
Wow.
Came out, looked at everything. They said, oh yeah, you got a power glitch that just put your compressor into safe mode. It should be good here in a couple minutes. Let's try it. Walked right inside, turned it on, boom, working. He was here for like 5 minutes. But that would have cost me $190 for the weekend service call. But it didn't because of that buying that VIP package basically paid for itself that one time.
These AC repair guys, they're the real heroes in Florida, am I right?
Yeah, my buddy Dave.
If you're a plumber, an electrician, and doing all that stuff, you're probably not getting paid as much as you deserve, and you're working your ass off to help people keeping their AC on and all that stuff. I mean, they're
I
heroes.
totally forgot to tell you guys about this, man. So I need gutters for the house because
All
the
right.
entryway of my house.
I know a guy.
When it rains, no, it's done.
Okay.
It got done in fucking one day. Actually, one morning.
They roll that shit out there right in the truck, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I woke up, I ran my dog, I went to work, and I came back and there was fucking gutters.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I'm going to tell you, it's Weather Shield gutters in Mims, Florida. And the dude, my mom rolled up to pick the kids up. And the guy looks at, she's got a Adjust the Mic sticker on the back because she loves me so much. And the guy's like, hey, where'd you get that sticker? She's like, oh, well, my son does the podcast. He's like, my girlfriend was on their podcast last week.
Oh, really? The
Sam.
coffee.
Sam.
Yeah.
That's
I
awesome.
was like, holy
Dude, that's
shit,
cool.
man.
Heck yeah.
But shout out to Weather Shield gutters.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
They,
Shout out.
dude, they killed it. I mean, it looks so good. And
That's
they
awesome.
did it in a morning.
Wow.
It is so great.
That's awesome.
When we bought a
But how
house,
crazy? How
Weather-
fucking
You
crazy
just
is
share
that?
a link in the group
Yeah, I'm going
with
to.
their information.
when they do the gutters, because when we bought the house, we had to get gutters installed too, and the guy showed up in like a work truck, and I know he's got to do the whole front and the whole back of the house. We didn't have the whole thing done, just the front and the back.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where's the gutters? I'm going to make them right here. They've got rolled aluminum in a form,
Yep.
and they just roll it right through that form and make them custom right there.
Yep.
It's fucking crazy how they
Right
did
to
that.
size. It's
Yeah.
easier that way.
Dude, I left for work and came home and had gutters.
Yeah,
That's pretty awesome, man.
it took the guy like 2 hours to do my front.
It's so
and back.
fast.
And he was really-
they install them
And
so fast.
hey, I
and-
will
and
say
do
this.
such a good job.
I will say this. I got quotes from 4 companies.
Wow.
He was the best price.
Awesome.
And they were local. And it
Hell
wasn't
yeah.
like a major chain or anything. They were awesome.
That's what I was going to rec. It's y'all remember Sean Hasselbar growing up?
Nope.
I think he went to Titusville.
Nope.
Got nothing.
Nothing.
Him and a buddy Dirk, they've been doing gutters around here since like we were 17, 18. So
Yeah.
what's that, 30, 25 years now?
Yeah.
And that's what I was going to say, man.
Yeah.
They do a great job.
But shout out to them. And
Hell
it was
yeah,
just,
man.
it was such a cool, it was a cool correlation there.
Now, did you
That's
leave your
awesome.
gutters open, or did you get like the debris guard installed?
No,
on
I
it?
left them open.
See, I'm thinking about putting that shit on because I just went and cleaned out my gutters for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
And bro, like the
It's-
front of the
it's
house
tough.
by the oak
Well,
tree.
you get a pressure wash. And see,
It's-
I don't have the big
yeah,
oak trees out there. Or
one in the
nothing,
back and one in the front because you can tell like when it's raining and the gutters are overflowing. It's like, all right,
Chris, you
gotta
ready?
go
But, yeah.
Chris, are you
clean that
ready?
shit out. Yeah,
You ready to go nerd out with me real
let's do
quick?
it.
So I want to put like a rain system on my gutters that catches and stores the water from the rain.
Yeah, like a rain barrel.
That is set up on a timer that will slow feed any of my vegetables and certain plants on my property eventually.
Awesome.
And I know how you are with your plants and everything, Chris.
Yeah,
and then you got chickens going on now, so you got chicken shit. So you got to take the chicken shit and you got to put it on your plants and your trees for fertilizer,
Yeah,
and then you use the water to the rainwater to give the best nutrients to the chicken shit to feed your plants.
I gotta tell you, that chicken
way.
shit, that is the best fertilizer fucking ever, man.
It's unreal.
It's so.
You put in you'll get so many worms inside that chicken shit, man. Oh man, it's unbelievable.
Speaking of which, they should be laying here in about 2 or 3 or 4 weeks. So if you guys want eggs, bring in a carton.
Always.
Cool.
I always want eggs.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
same here.
Because I'm gonna have a dozen every other day.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
no
Totally.
way I could go
Yeah.
through that many.
I'm in.
Dude, I usually get 4 or 5 things of egg cartons in there, and then I take them over to the Perry's house and give them to them, and I'll get a couple more from them. So you're on the list now too.
All right, good.
So heck yeah, man, that's great.
Because I just switched them over. They're old enough to now be eating the egg layer feed.
Yeah.
Like before, they were just on like the starter feed. So now that they're starting to get all like the different minerals and stuff they need for the egg shells.
You have any like asshole chickens yet, or are they all real nice and let you pick them up or touch them? Or
They're all, none of them really like to be picked up. There's a couple of them that tolerate it, but like my last chickens, you could pick all of them. These are like really skittish and real standoffish, and they don't like to be fucked with too much. They're stupid. Chickens are the stupidest fucking animals ever.
They're awesome. They're dinosaurs.
They are. Oh no, if you watch them walk and all that, and how they peck and all that in the grass, it's very clearly they're descended from dinosaurs.
There's a dead human laying on the ground, they just go start pecking at it. I mean, seriously. They don't have any kind of conscience of any kind.
No, they're just dumb. They're just stupid. But, they don't have to be anything other than just all they got to do is eat, poop, and lay eggs, and that's
Ew.
it.
Gross.
So you got some lottery for us? What do we got going on here?
Yeah.
You got
Nothing,
us
man.
part of this lottery pool.
I don't ever play it, but I saw a news story last week about how it's 400-something million.
Bro,
And I just started thinking about it. I was like, well, I can do that.
We've done these in the office quite a bit.
Yeah.
it's
and I said, well, let me.
$555 million. It's
Yeah,
I like
almost
it.
now
like-
it
So we're going on to a concert together soon. Now we're playing lottery together.
I got the pencils from
Look
the
at
fucking
us.
store, too.
We're growing up as a show.
I feel like
We're starting to do stuff together.
Everything relates back to Friends. Because you remember that episode where they bought
Yeah.
the lotto tickets and Ross is like, no, what are the chances, blah, blah, blah. And then at the end, he goes to get them. Oh, God.
So-
friends are Dave Grohl. Friends are
Hey, I can't help it.
Fighters. Foo Fighters friends. Friends are Foo Fighters. Foo Fighters friends.
So what are we doing? Are we buying 4
All right,
tickets?
This is what we're doing. Do you want to give me 5 numbers between
We're not
one?
going to say this out loud over the air and have someone else play the
It's
same
the
exact
drawings
ticket.
tonight.
This
Yeah,
one,
they're not
yeah,
gonna
this
Oh,
one.
okay.
airs
Colleen, give
afterwards.
me 5 numbers.
Look at you getting
1
you
through
had, like,
70.
At least we know our team defense
hey,
is.
rules, motherfucker. 5 numbers, 1 through 70, and then 1 special.
Whoa.
Oh God,
What
here
just
we go.
happened?
The show can't hear that.
No, it's stopped though. Now it's stopped. I got him again. Okay, and then
Can I look at it so I can
and then a
pick the numbers that way?
special number 1 through 25. Here,
Oh, because you got to do the
five
Powerball.
5 of those.
Wait a second. You sure you got the right one?
Oh, you want me to go ahead and just
Mega
pick?
Millions is what it is, right? I don't know.
There's going to be no rhyme or
Let me know when I
reason.
can talk.
Oh, that's the mega plier. Is that last number, right? 1,
No,
2,
yeah, I don't know.
5. Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay. So we got to put it all in the same thing.
Yeah.
Pick 5 numbers 1 through 70, and then 1 special number 1 through 25.
Estimated.
And what
jackpot.
Colleen's picking right now, when she's done, I'll give it to Scott. That dog is eating the shit out of something.
Oh, it's like a little bouncy ball.
Oh, Butters.
Well, he's some of us going down his throat.
Scott. He's a great dog, though, huh?
No. I love Butters, but he is not good.
All right.
All right.
Scott, here you go, buddy.
I used to always try to pick my numbers like, a 1, a teen, a 20. And it's like, and every time I come out, it's like 42, 45,
46.
41,
Yeah.
52, and the and the number is 1.
Well, I mean,
you
like
know.
the chances of winning this thing, I mean, you are just infinitesimal. You have a better chance of being hit by lightning while being bitten by an alligator and a shark at the same time.
All that's
but
happened to Travis, okay?
This is true.
Yeah, that's true.
I saw him. He came to the 4th of July party a couple weeks ago.
I got to see him this weekend. He came in.
He's moving out of the area, huh?
Yeah, I guess so. We didn't really talk about it because I was working, but
Yeah, he's shacked up with a new girlfriend. Those guys are booking it.
Where's he going?
I don't know. I didn't ask about it. I only saw that he was moving after the party.
Good for
And
him.
he didn't bring it up during.
Good for him.
He's got a new girlfriend that's keeping him honest. So
We need to find a new GM.
she's awesome.
Fantasy football league manager.
Well, I'll just make Brent do it
oh, he'd be perfect.
because
For
he's
it.
always done our other ones that we did before. Chris, you're going to play this year. Am I? Yes. I don't care if you follow it or not. You're going to get into it. You don't even need to know what you're doing.
Usually the people that aren't good win.
That's
All right, I'm in it. When does it start?
All the time, dude.
just like last year.
Andre almost did it.
Just like last year. I mean, look at Scott.
Yeah,
won.
Scott won. He don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I know Andrea is
Hey.
freaking killing it. Drafting Tom Brady in the
Hey,
first
I
round.
know you have trivia, but in honor of Shark Week next week,
You have better trivia.
can I
Go for it.
just ask a couple shark questions?
Go for it.
Because it's Shark Week next week.
I love Shark Week.
I know. And we'll get to your trivia. What is the fastest shark? They can swim more than 50 miles per hour.
The thresher shark.
Ooh.
Tiger.
Ooh.
Or
There's the
Mako.
spinner sharks. Then there's the
No.
Mako.
Scott Geyser, you got it.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
It's a
Mako shark.
Mako shark.
All right,
Holy shit.
Charlie, you got to pick numbers, dude.
I will. What is the biggest shark?
Whale shark.
Mm-hmm.
It's easy.
Well, you didn't get it. How many of the oceans can sharks be found in? Now, understand, there's 4 oceans, and I assume you guys all know that.
All
And
of
they can
them.
be found in all of them.
Colleen,
I was going to say all of them.
you're all right.
Where can gators be found in Florida water?
Which shark can be found in the deepest water? Can be found in depths of 8,920 feet.
I know the name of it. It's this blind shark.
Yeah, a goblin shark.
Yes.
God, those are bad.
Oh my gosh. I never even
No,
heard
it's
of that.
not. It's a. Oh, they're freaky looking.
Yeah, they are freaky looking.
It's a Portuguese shark.
It wasn't the goblin shark, huh?
No.
Wow. All right.
Wow.
I only know the basic sharks. The bull, the gray white, the tiger.
Other than sight, smell, taste, touch, and hearing, what can sharks also sense?
Fields of
Vibration?
electricity.
Yep.
Yeah, got it.
Ah.
I like how you did that.
He's
absolutely right.
I can even tell you why I know it because
tell who
in
watches Shark
Australia,
Week.
they
guilty.
test for great whites so people the swimmers can swim. They try putting these electronic fields out there in the deep water
Yes.
to try to keep sharks
You're
away.
so knowledgeable when it comes to sharkies.
I've watched Shark Week every year, guys. I know a
Wow.
lot about sharks.
Okay. Give us some trivia.
I like that. That was actually really good. That was really smart trivia.
Yeah, because you sounded smart.
Do more of that, Charlie, where it makes me sound like I'm smart.
Trying to make you happy, buddy.
Charlie, this coffee cup's fucking awesome, dude.
It really is.
I'm glad you guys
Yeah,
like
this
it.
tomorrow.
Like I'm really kind of happy.
Glad
about
you
this.
like them.
Thank you.
Welcome.
This will be sitting on my back porch all the time. It's awesome. If you grew up watching TV every day, you saw about 16,000 of these by the time you turned 18 years
Commercial.
old. Drug commercials, cartoons, movie trailers, and murders.
Movie trailers.
I was going to say all of them.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go with commercials.
Murders.
Wow.
Wow,
Believe that?
that's a lot.
I mean, I guess every movie and TV show that we watched, there was murders.
Yeah, you can show somebody getting brutally murdered on network TV, but goddamn, don't you dare show a booby.
That's true, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah,
Makes no sense.
it doesn't make any sense at all.
There's so many
We
laws
all
that
have
makes no
boobies.
sense. When did common sense stop, like, working?
That's
I guess it never has
That's a
worked.
larger conversation that could pick fights. I'm gonna skip that one.
A survey revealed that doing this too soon in a relationship will make a guy run for the hills.
Define the relationship.
Talking about the future, asking to leave stuff at his place, never getting off your phone, or talking about an ex.
Talking about the future. Oh,
Dude, that never getting off your phone. That could-
That's that's
the X for sure.
quick. Yeah,
Is it X? Yeah.
I think
I think talking about the future, but the X
I think
thing.
it's stuff at the house.
I think
Talking
it's
about the
talking about the
future.
future.
Talk about
Yeah.
the future.
Women don't want to hear about the future, I guess.
Well, I mean, if you're
It's not
too
women,
early
it's
into
men,
it,
It's
right?
men.
Is
Yeah.
it man? Wait a minute.
if you're too early into it, like if you've been dating
Oh,
a
yeah,
girl
it's
for
man.
like
I'm sorry.
just a couple
That was
dates,
backwards.
Yeah.
and like say by the third date she's talking about like kids and
I was
marriage
kind of
and stuff,
surprised. I was like, okay, yeah.
that could get a little weird.
Scary.
Yeah,
Huh?
a little scary.
Literally on
So I was always
Vanderpump
like-
Rules.
I thought
Sheena
women
was
do
like-
like that.
On a second date with a guy, and she's talking about freezing her eggs and stuff
Who's
like
this?
that. On Vanderpump Rules, this girl Sheena,
Fucking Teresa
she
loves
like
that.
constantly just fell for guys like so immediate, and she's like, I don't understand why they don't like me, and everyone's like, maybe stop talking about freezing your eggs on the second date.
It's a real problem.
Oh my god.
Give us one more, Scott.
I got 3 to choose from.
Give it to
Come
me,
on.
All the girlies
All right.
No.
You ready?
for
Yes.
a white
It's gonna get stuck in my head now.
If you work at this job, watch your back. Which occupation has seen the number of people murdered on the job rise every year since 2014?
Damn.
Fast food drivers, postal workers, sneaker store employees, or fast food workers?
Sneaker store employees.
Fast food workers.
Fuck.
We were
Wow.
talking
I
about
get that
earlier.
too. Yeah, I
And
get
we were
that
talking
too.
about that earlier.
We
about,
sure were.
Yep.
That's crazy, man.
Seeing
That's
it all the time.
Isn't that crazy?
People just don't know how to behave anymore, man. They
just want a fucking chicken quesadilla.
I
bro.
know it, but
Learn how to
goddamn it.
behave, guys. That's all we're asking you.
Mind your manners.
What do we got going on this weekend? Give me something, Chris. Give me something.
Less than J concert.
I have nothing going on. I'm on vacation this week, so I have nothing
Staycation.
staycation. So I don't have anything
Go for you.
like nothing planned this
Dude, that's
weekend.
awesome.
Good for you.
It's so fucking great.
Colleen, what you got going on?
Going to House of Blues. Less than Jake. Bowling for
Nice.
soup.
Scott.
Yeah, Charlie, what you got going on?
We're going to St. Augustine.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah, we're gonna do a
God.
haunted pub crawl and
Taking the kids and everything.
no,
Oh,
Nice.
no, fuck them.
guys
Last
are
time you
gonna
did
do
that,
it.
right?
Yeah, we brought them last time. I'm not bringing them this time.
Yep.
We're just
So-
going. We're just going for 2 days.
just you and Teresa heading up
Yeah,
there.
just
you got a Airbnb or
we're staying at the Casa de something. I don't know right there.
there's a couple really nice.
Yeah, it's
joints
a
right
it's-
there on the strip.
The
You know,
Casa
it's-
Monica
you know, it's-
Hotel?
Yes.
That's where we stayed.
So
It's
I was.
fantastic.
We had mentioned like, hey, let's the
You know,
kids.
it's the oldest hotel in the United States.
Yes, the kids
Haunted
are in.
as fuck.
The kids are in Tallahassee. And they're like, well, this weekend, let's get away for a couple days.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we should go somewhere. She's like, okay. And she just booked it. And I was like, oh, well, that was quick. So I'm looking online, and I actually talked to somebody who works, and somebody at work was like, oh, their martini bar is so good. I was like, oh, I get it. It's a fucking martini bar in it.
Oh, it's got a like a 5-star restaurant in it.
Dude,
too,
they got
or
some
like
of the-
a multiple star restaurant.
This
Yeah,
is-
but I'm excited, man.
it's been
Is
years.
this the
and
one
years,
that's
but,
right in the heart of downtown?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god.
I love St.
Charlie?
Augustine.
There's an Aztec restaurant that used to be there about 5 years ago, because that's how long I've been. But that place was fucking amazing.
They got a barbecue.
Do you
joint
feel
there,
bad
too.
about all the horses that got to carry our fat asses
That's
around
why
every
we
day?
don't do it. And I thought it was one of those woman things where she's like, "No, I don't want to spend. Like, don't do that."
Yeah.
She was no, it's a real. She's like, "I can't see. I
Like
can't
they're
watch
just
that."
shitting in baskets.
Yeah,
and,
like,
and
it's-
hauling our fat
sucks,
asses
man.
and all of our shit that we buy around.
Yeah.
So
I just
you're-
feel terrible.
You're doing a haunted pub crawl.
Yeah.
Okay, so let us know if you get to the one pub, which is the older British pub, kind of by the Treehouse pub,
Okay.
and there's going to be a hanging plant, and they're going to say at random, this plant just moves on its own.
Okay.
It's right by a fucking air handler.
Okay.
So let me know if they pull that shtick on you guys.
Listen,
again.
if they do,
it's moving.
no, I'm yelling. There's a air handler.
I've never done a haunted thing there.
It was
Oh, listen, we did we did it with the kids, and it was fucking great.
Well,
They loved it.
Cool.
And Riley was like just old enough to where this like, I'm good. But in the back, he's like looking up. So he's like, I might die tonight. And I'd play it up a little bit, you know? So it's like, they're at the perfect age with it. Like, you know, we talk about this all the time. Me and Teresa is how we watch Ava is this cool teenager but then that kid part comes out. You ever see that with that?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
tries to be cool, but then she's a kid when nobody's paying attention.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it was with that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm cool. I wear eyeliner. And then fucking shit got a little real, and you're like, ooh.
See, Allie watches. She'll watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. and
That's
not
how
even,
Ava
not
is.
even blink.
Like, her favorite movie is It, Chapter 1 and
So
2.
is Allie's
Yeah,
favorite.
so-
Is it? Yep. Same thing. Pennywise.
I wear
So Allie's birthday.
But you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean.
And it just started happening. That's what's so crazy. It's like all of a sudden they were hanging out all the time, and then I come over. I'm like, whoa.
Allie's already ready to start a band. She's starting
What
to
are
play
you doing?
guitar and learn chords
Oh,
and
really?
stuff.
That's
and
cool.
her and her friend wanted to do a band. They're going to be freshmen this year.
Jesus.
Allie's birthday's Friday.
Yeah, what are you doing this weekend?
So we got a little condo, like one block off of 4th Street. Down there
Nice.
in down by Coconuts.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do it to where there wasn't much available.
Yeah, because she's into the surfing.
When you start looking, there's nothing like there's not as many Airbnbs and stuff.
She
as
loves
you
the beach.
want. So I'm like, what better thing to do to go from Friday to Sunday and go down there and
Nice,
for her
man.
birthday and
Hell
just
yeah.
let her surf all weekend with her friends.
What do you do with these
And,
dogs?
the dogs, we'll
4th
figure it
Street's
out.
so
That
good,
place
too.
is a dog friendly. I could bring them in the crate
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
We'll leave them here. I'll probably either drive back,
Nice.
30 minutes,
Okay.
come back, or I'll have my pops come
You're
over and
such a
feed
good
them.
dad.
Cool.
you
That's
know.
awesome, man.
But I might only even stay there one of the nights, because Larkin and all them will be
Yeah,
down
this
there,
happens
so they can
every
go
year
down.
with us. Like Allie, because Riley's is next weekend.
Yep.
So
that's right.
we're going to
That's right.
Orlando, staying at the Dave and Buster's and Olive Garden place
That's
right there.
perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect. It's
I'd
perfect.
rather stay at the beach.
So she's gonna surf, and hang out, and she's so
Good for
happy
her.
about it. So and,
She's 14, bro.
I know,
Dude.
I know.
Oh, Vincent, he's 15. He's
Yeah.
staying home from school at home now, right? Mom or Katie and Chris both
Yeah.
go to work. Kids go to camp.
Yeah.
Homeboy got busted with a girl over at the house. He got so much trouble for that. You know how he got found out? We all went to Aquatica that Saturday for my Mama D's birthday.
Fucking
And
great.
homeboy takes his shirt off and he's got a big ass hickey right on his neck.
Oh,
the
no.
hickey.
And we're like, I'm like, Vincent, what the fuck is that? He's like, I was playing with an eraser. I'm like, dude, you ain't fooling fucking nobody with that, bro.
Yeah,
He's like, your mom's gonna see that because he rode over with me and Stella. He's like, your mom's gonna see that. He's like, it's
I
all
wrote
right.
the book on those excuses.
So
And here I am thinking this kid was probably just had an actual girlfriend over and nothing happened.
Yeah.
no, so we went to the park. Katie saw him for the first time. What the fuck is that? Well, it's a hickey, Mom. It's like, well, you didn't have it the day before. When'd you get it? I got it yesterday. You were by yourself at home all day yesterday. How? Well, no, I had a friend come over. She's like,
A
you
friend.
what?
A
Boom.
friend. I had a friend come over.
Oh, shout out
Yeah.
to Katie. Sorry, sweetie.
Yeah, Katie, you
Oh.
got your hands full.
Ugh.
Dang. That's
It was
hated.
I did it to myself with an eraser. Bitch.
I love it.
All those
Isn't that great?
excuses.
Oh,
My friends
man.
used to take curling irons and burn over them just so
Oh
they had the
my
reason
God.
to be like, oh, I burned myself with a curling iron.
We snuck out, and we were throwing
Jesus
little rocks at this little window because the girl told us to, because we're all sneaking out, and so we're throwing rocks on the thing, and all of a sudden the front light in the front door comes on, and we there's 3 of us, and we run to hide. It's on a hill, so we're behind this tree, and we're
I feel
laying
like
on
this
the
is an
ground.
episode of this that
A guy
70s
opens
show.
the door, and he's like, "Hey," and it's their dad, right? Hey, who's out there? And we're like.
Yeah. Don't move.
He goes and shuts the door, and I know he's tricking us, is what I felt. My friend jumps up, just hauls ass and runs across the street, and then lays in the it's like a little ravine.
Yeah, man.
And he's laying. He comes out and he's like, "I got a gun," and he starts threatening us, and he's flashlighting, and he's getting over. Same game. He jumps up, starts hauling ass down the street, and then I'm zigzagging. But we're all
Oh
running
my
for our
Like an
lives.
alligator chasing
So
you.
I'm zigzagging down the road. He goes, "I'm gonna shoot," and he actually said that to us, and dude, it freaked us out.
Yeah, but now
was
being
the-
a dad, how fun would that be if you're a dad?
to be able to do
Just
that,
watching
I can't wait.
fucking teenagers zigzag. I'm gonna get you.
I'll sit on the front porch.
As a dad, that's awesome.
Yeah, but today
Yeah.
you can't threaten to shoot somebody because the cops will be at your house 20 minutes.
It's on video,
Oh,
maybe.
man,
You know what I'm saying, though?
But, yeah.
Put that slide back on that fucking 12 gauge.
Oh, man. I thought I was gonna get shot at.
Yeah.
I mean,
Isn't
Scary
it funny
feeling.
because you definitely weren't going to? This dad's just having that much fun.
You never
fucking
know.
with you guys.
Never know. You might get the wrong one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I got to go.
All right.
all right.
All right.
I love y'all.
Love you guys.
Have a good weekend.
See you next week.
Happy birthday, Allie.
Yep.
Yes, Allie.
Can't believe
A lot of birthdays out there here
14.
lately, so
Yeah.
happy birthday, everybody. I'm sure we're missing a bunch of people.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Daisies in a tube, top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more, saying you're gonna be alright. Daisy's in a tube top, screaming from the top of her lungs. This all ends tonight. Daddy's on the floor, he's screaming for more, saying you're gonna be alright.
Dude, that shit's killer. Oh, dude, that was awesome.